Why hello there guys, welcome back to some FIFA 14! Well, I've not done any FIFA 14 content yet so far, which to be honest I would say is pretty damn bad for a FIFA YouTuber, but to be honest I don't really give a crap. I really don't. I've not been fussed about the demo, I've not been that fussed about the upcoming game, I've really not been that much, there's not been much excitement for it. And I apologise for that, guys, and you may think that's kind of bad, but yeah, I've kind of just started to get real, and I've started thinking, wow, it's only, I think, 13 days from today until FIFA 14 comes out, so yeah, anyway, I thought, why not do a video and on the career modes I could be doing in the near future. Now, these are the top 5 so far, guys, which have been requested. Now, I had quite a few requests, and I thought I'd leave a top 5 for it, guys. So yeah, here we go, guys. As you can see on screen, though, guys, there's Leeds, Reading, Stoke, Swindon, and Arsenal. Now you're gonna see what I'm gonna be doing in each one, of course. And yeah, anyway, now with the Arsenal one, there's a totally separate plan, guys, to what you're gonna be thinking. So try and stay for the whole video, guys, instead of you know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be explaining what the teams have and stuff as well, guys, so don't worry about it, and I'll just be going through it, guys, so just stick around and I'm sure you'll enjoy this little video for the career path for FIFA 14. Understand? So let's get into this. So guys, we're going to move into the first one, and that is of course with Leeds United, and that is of course the team I support. Yes, yeah, you guys pretty much know that because I've said it in a few of my videos anyway. But anyway, the key players I believe for FIFA 14 with the Leeds career mode, and of course that they already have at the squad. Now of course I already I'm sorry, but in my head now I'm always going to do a Leeds career mode, even though if you guys don't vote for it, I will always do a Leeds career mode on the side. But I always map out who I'm going to sign before I've even started the career mode. So that's probably what I'm going to do this year. And of course sorry guys, and but the defense, of course, with the key players are Pierce and Lees. With those two defense, they're going to be very solid, and I found them very, very solid anyway. And the upcoming defenders, really, really solid defenders, and they're getting better every season. Also with the midfield now, guys, we've just signed Luke Murphy from Crewe, and he's the best, probably the biggest signing, I think, since, I can't really remember, but it's a great signing. It is a top class midfielder, I think. And he's going to be a key player, and his passing ability is fantastic in the midfield. Really like him, and he'll be a player that we'll keep. Anyway, moving on to the other midfield, and that's Rodolph Austin. This guy's improved massively. His stats are literally insane. 82 pace, I think he's got, and his slide tackling is insane, and his shooting is amazing. So he's one player I really would like to keep, and is also the captain this season, guys. I will keep him as captain as well, most likely, and he looks a fantastic player. Moving into the attack though, guys, and this is a rather interesting one, and I would say rather it lacks a bit, does the attack this year. And of course the attack really does evolve around McCormack. The team is built around McCormack at this current time this year, so that's the reason I've kind of want to change that up a little bit. And I'm not going to say any like what I want to do yet, so but anyway, McCormack is one of the most key players, and it's built around McCormack, so he will be a player that most likely will stay, but I won't build the team around him. I'll try and get a passing flowing game like I always have done. And there's also Luke Varney, who I'd say is a key player, but to be honest, I'm not going to look Luke Varney as a player yet again. I might play him on the left wing or something like that, you never know, because we're short on wingers. But moving on, guys, we've got to go move into the potential players. Now, for one, these are all the potential players: Byram, Polion, and also Smith. There's probably a few more, like Murphy, I would say. Austin will go up quite a bit this year, I think, as well. And there's quite a few that will really go up quite high. But these are the potential players that really stick in my head and are quite young. And they're going to improve a lot. Especially Byram this year. I think he's going to be in the 80s. Big time 80s this year. Polion, I reckon, is going to be in the 70s this year, and he's already very, very quick. And Smith, he's one of these players, and I just think he's going to be another player which is going to be very, very good potential as well. So that's it for the Leeds one, guys. And yeah, I'm going to be doing Leeds career mode. If I do a Leeds career mode, vote for this one, guys. And I've already got kind of a plan in my head, which is go for the attack, improving the attack, and also improve maybe the defense a bit as well. Maybe bring in not a left back, but maybe another centre back. We've just signed Wotton as well. He's a decent player, and he's got potential, I would say, as well. I'll probably put him on the potential players. There's a few more that I should have put on the potential players, but I didn't. And yes, guys. Anyway, we'll move on into the next one. Alright, guys, so this is the next one, and a little bit of a shout out to this guy who actually voted for him, voted for this one, and that is Jamesy. And as you can see on screen, that's his logo, and I can't get my words out today, but never mind that. His link will be in the description as well, guys. He's reaching 1k subs, oh god, I can't get my words at all, but anyway, it doesn't matter. He is trying to reach 1k subs. I'm going to support anyone that's trying to reach 1k subs, and yeah, anyway, so moving into the key players this year for Reading, I think Mariappa and Pierce in the defence as well. They're very, very strong defenders, and to be honest, they've got a very fantastic chance of going up this year straight back into the Premier League, and I thought that's why it's a good decision to go for him. But it was also voted by James as well, who, to be honest, it's a very, very strong side this year, unbelievably strong side. So it's a very good chance to go up, but it might not be as strong as a challenge as what I thought it would be, but you never know. We never know. And also in the midfield, they have Royston Drenthe, as if he is a championship player. I do not know, to be honest. He's an absolutely fantastic player and should not be playing at championship level, but hey, I don't know what else we can do really. And also Guthrie as well. He's a fantastic player as well. He should be in the Premier League. And McCleary, I think he's a good player as well. And most likely all these guys will be staying. But as you can see, guys, in the attack, they've only got Lafondra. Now, I don't know if I signed anyone before transfer deadline day or anything. But when I looked on the key players and stuff, there were no one else on there, but apart from Lafondra. So that might be an area we have to strengthen if Reading does get picked. But also, moving on to potential, guys, there's McCarthy, I believe Drenthe and Akpan, Lafondra and Morrison will all go up, be big potential players at Reading. Moving on to another one though, guys, and that is Stoke. And the reason why I think Stoke was voted, in fact, no, I didn't vote. I voted for Stoke. And there's a reason. I was going to vote for Hull, and I was going to go with maybe Palace. But those guys, everyone seems to be going for all the teams that have been promoted, and like Cardiff and such. But I thought I'm going to be quite a unique person here if it's going to be going for Premier League teams for career mode wise. And I'm going to be quite unique, and that is Stoke. Now, the reason why I'm choosing Stoke is because they are predicted to get relegated. And also, the way they play their football, personally, I hate it. I cannot stand it. That's why I hated it when Neil Warnock was at Leeds, just due to the way they play kind of hoofball. I've never liked it. And speaking of hoof, he's in the key players along with Shawcross in the defence as well, who I believe will be quite defensive. And in the midfield, guys, they've got a quite strong midfield, I'll admit. They've got Charlie Adam, they've got Stephen Ireland, they've got Arnautovic, who they've just signed. He's a right winger, I believe, and yeah. So those are quite key players. I'm most likely keeping them. And in the attack, they've got Jones, Crouch, and Walters, which, to be honest, they don't really have a pacey attack. It's all, as you can see, guys, it's all lob it up to these guys, and hopefully they'll head it home. You know, that's how I see it. You know, and yeah, but as you can see, guys, they don't really have a potential youth squad either, with Butland and Aside, and that's why I think it's going to be a tough job at Stoke. Now, no disrespect to Stoke or anything, but you know, I'm not too sure like who was young and stuff, because I tried to research, but unfortunately I just could not find anything, unfortunately. So apologies if I've disrespected any Stoke fans or anything, but hopefully those are the potential players I just could really see really going up, you know, up quite high. And Aside is on loan from Liverpool, sorry. But yeah, to be honest, it's not a bad squad, but I'd like to improve it a lot, and I think that's why I would like to challenge Stoke. Moving on to another one, guys, and that is Swindon. Now, this one came up quite a few times, actually. And the reason I think why it came up is because I think it's because the way they've been playing ever since Di Canio left. When Di Canio, I really like Di Canio at Stoke. I mean, he could have brought him back up to the Championship, but unfortunately, when he left, of course. Alright guys, so as I was saying, I got rudely interrupted, but yeah, anyway, but as you can see by Swindon, the reason why I kind of chose him is because, of course, with Di Canio, the way he kind of played good football, he actually had him in first, and then when Di Canio left, they went into they dropped into the playoffs and just couldn't get a run going, and they could have got into the Championship. And I tell you what, guys, he was a brilliant manager at Swindon. He really did a fine job, and you know they listened to him. But ever since then, they've kind of dropped the levels, and there's been a few votes for him. And anyway, we'll move into the key players. I've got Caddis and Ward. One is Ward is centre back, and Caddis is right back. Pritchard, Mason, and Luonga. Now, two of these players are actually from loan from Tottenham. And there's Ranger and Jose, and Ranger has actually been at Newcastle before, I believe, and but of course he had problems and stuff. Now these potential players, guys, Fotheringham, Bryan, Mason, Luonga, Ranger, and etc. because they're not massive players, they're not like a really big potential players, but for the League One side, I would say the potential players, I think they've got a good chance in that league, especially for a good reaction. Now I've actually got 7 players on loan from Tottenham, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. So yeah, maybe they've got the next Gareth Bale at Swindon. I'm on to the final one now, guys, and that is Arsenal. Now, before I start anything and going into the squad and stuff, my plan with Arsenal is, guys, is to do something well that MGH has kind of done before, and what it is basically, guys, it is just it's a very odd series, but it's like a Super League. Now I'm gonna put Arsenal in a Super League with all the Champions League opponents, and with like maybe Real Madrid, of course we've got maybe Manchester United, Juventus, like a Super League with all them guys, like a Champions League in a way, and a separate league. So that'll be massive, and I've seen FMGH do it before. If you've never watched it, guys, I'll try and leave a link in the description if I remember to. Yeah, I hope you like the idea of that. But anyway, we'll move into the key players, which are Mal and Koscielny, especially in the defence, and the new signing of Ozil in the midfield, along with Cazorla, Wilshere, and Arteta. I believe those are very, very key in the midfield, and they've got one of the best midfield in the league, I believe. And also with the attack, they have Walcott, Giroud, and Podolski. I just think those are the key players in the attack, especially. And the potential players, guys, have got Ramsey, Chamberlain, Ramsey, Gibbs, Jenkinson, Miacha, and they have a lot more, guys. The squad is huge, especially with the new signing, the French signing they would have made in the summer, and along with Ozil. I think he's quite a good potential player as well. But I hope you like the idea of that, guys. It came from a subscriber of mine. I think it's Max. So thanks to the idea, Max. But he actually thought of it a long time ago, actually. But I think it was just when I was starting up my Leeds career mode. So it was actually before I think MGH did it. So yeah, don't say he's like a little like fanboy or anything, because he actually did find it. Yeah, I remember him saying a long time ago. So don't. Yeah, but anyway, we'll move on. But yes, guys, tell me your opinion in the comments as well. I might even try to make a voting poll. Just check the description, guys, if I've made a voting poll or anything. So yes, guys, that's it from me. And if you be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed the video. So yes, guys, I will catch you all later.